Oh, lovely. Fishy. They just changed everything. It would be too difficult to just tell people, hey, we're doing an update. This is what's going to happen. Now I can't move it because. All right, there we go. That's different. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Reg. All right, guys. Today I'm going to do more ephemera fun. Uh, got a bunch of little piles of stuff. Hey, Purple. Little piles of stuff all over the place here. Uh, then at noon, I will do the pre-listed stuff. There's large flat rate boxes in the pre-listed stuff. You can take a look at that. You can pre-bid on them. They're starting at $1. Um, you don't have to be here. Obviously, I'm not going to show everything that's in them, like 35 millimeter slides. There's a whole box full of whole flat rate box. I'll do those at noon, and after I do those, I will take requests from the store for my buy now for 60% off. Try to clear some stuff out, and I'll run those as flash sales. You can just after when I start that, you can just put the title or part of the title, so I can find it in the oh bishy. Don't leave, bishy. I'll be alone. Um, you can put the title, part of the title, in the chat afternoon, and I will run them as flash sales for 60% off. You guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got little piles of stuff. If I run out of my little piles of stuff, I'll do some bigger lots and just grab some stuff from my boxes. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. If you don't, if in the downtime, if you're going to hang around between me yapping and grabbing other stuff, if you want to look at the stuff in the store, how many things do I have in there? It's like 3,000 items or something. Uh, so at noon, if you want something for 60% off, you can build yourself a bundle and bookmark those items or like the items or whatever you do. What this she said. And if you're a seller, feel free to advertise your shows on here. All right, I'm going to get started. Oh man, there's stuff flashing up all over the screen, Bishy. So the first lot, yes, 30% off on my website today. I'll have some buyer giveaways at the end for $10 gift codes to my website beforetimes.shop. And today's giveaways, they'll be good until the end of March. But anything won in the past month, any of those giveaways, they're going to expire at the end of this week. So if you want to save $10 in addition to the 30% off, probably want to use them today because the sale's just good for today. So this is going to be a little lot of calling cards. There's some neat ones in here, and there's some plain ones like that. Hey, Ohio Chip, Mr. Bishy. Well, Ohio, don't get yourself on paid leave because they catch you listening to whatnot. That'd be horrible if you had to take a week vacation. So that's the lot. Some pretty ones in there. And those are running. All those calling cards. That one's got a naked butterfly baby. Thank you, Junk. Margaret's got a lot. Already got enough, she says. This is going to be a little lot of cabinet cards. That one's from Lions, New York, and so is this one. A little bit of foxing on that. Also from Lions, New York. Got naked baby photographers with wings on the back of that one, too. That guy's well fed. Some pretty backs on these ones. Well, that one's got a griffin photographer on the back of it. So that's the lot. I don't know how many were there. I didn't count them. And that is running. You get all those cabinet cards. Thank you, Pam. I've probably gained like 20 pounds in the past month. I went outside about 3 times in the past 5 weeks. Here's a small lot of receipts. This is from Wells Fargo, 1889. There's one from a bank in Jamestown, New York from 1906. And another Wells Fargo from 1889. I got a few more lots, yeah. So those are running. Those three late Victorian, early 1900s checks. Thank you, Ohio. We're up the whole way to 28 degrees today, and the sky is blue. Yeah, I'm hoping for above freezing temperatures. All right, here's a whole pack of these things from the Burlington route train or railroad. That's what they look like. And you get that many of them. Somebody wanted $10 for this whole pack. Let's see if I can get $2. I think they're perforated. Yeah, they're perforated. Throw that in the little yeet pile that I've been building for Ohio. So those are running. Get all the Burlington Route Railroad ID checks. Probably 100 of them. Thank you, Monk. I did. Unfortunately, that doesn't up my average selling price over the past 2 months. If you told me 2 years ago that I would be when I started on here that I'd be selling $4 lots of stuff, I don't know. I found something else to do. Sherry here. Where's Sherry? Oh, ridiculous. I watch Sherry until I fall asleep and can't take any more. She doesn't even stop in to say hi, and I've got witchy stuff. All right, we're going to do a lot of stamps. I'm not a morning person either, but I have to get up. All right, this is going to be a lot of stamps. These are still sealed. It says there's mint stamps enclosed and something in French from Canada. I don't know what's in there. Apparently, mint stamps. Bubba had popsicles last night. These were 750 just for those. Uh, Butterfly buys those popsicles with fruit in them. He loves them. You're getting all those. Those are uncanceled. Then you're going to get this whole envelope full of what looks like canceled ones. I don't know what's in there. It'll be a surprise. And this one, it looks like somebody ordered it from one of those places you could order canceled stamps from, maybe. Oh no, they made this, I guess. I don't know, but there's a whole bunch in there. Canceled. There's a football rugby player. So that's the lot. No, I shared. We didn't. He didn't get his own. That would probably be a big mess. He sat on my chest, pawing at me until I finally got down to the end and gave him some. And then he sat there and licked it like a lollipop. Thank you, Bat Mom. Butterfly got them these little, I don't know what they are, woven cat beds that have little wooden sides on them that kind of like they sit in. It's up off the ground a little bit from Timu. She put them together. They do lay in them. They destroyed the one on the first night. I got up the next morning and it's in pieces all over the floor. Like the wood is like shredded, and the first thing Butterfly did when she saw them was ask me if I stepped on it. Which the first thing I thought when I saw it was, wonder if Butterfly stepped on that. But no, they just destroyed them. There's going to be a lot of stereo views. These are all Keystone View Company ones, and they've all got the little information stories on the back. I have no idea how much they were. They may have been free. I don't know. She gets a lot of free stuff for playing the game. Of course, I think she spends a lot of money to get the free stuff, but welcome in. Read the show notes. I'll give you an explanation of what I'm doing. Yeah, or don't. Just come in and leave. I don't care. You guys that are sellers, do you ever look at your analytics on these shows? They're comical. You have a show and it'll say there's 1,000 people come into it. It's like you go to ship stuff and you got 20 orders from 20 people, but over the course of a show, 1,000 people come in and out. So nice big lot, very nice condition, all Keystone. So that is running. Ghost, I wish. Ghost, I wish I had some helpful hints to give you. Well, they're not all 1,000. There's some like my there's some of the shows I do that are like in the music category. It barely breaks 200. If you guys are into music, follow Ghost Records. He had a really nice show yesterday. Played some jazz music for a while that I enjoyed listening to while I was working. I don't know. I wonder how many people are here. Put an emoji in here if you're just here to lurk and see what I'm selling. Anybody got the balls to do it? Like if you have no intention of buying anything, put some sort of emoji. Yeah, I know you guys are. Ohio, you bought stuff. You had 26 people in here, it says. I don't know if I can believe it. All right. This, some black, I don't know, Belgiama. It's from Belgium. It's a matchbook cover with a little black guy on it holding up a moon. I don't know. This is the way I found it. It was in this. So somebody thought it was worth saving. On Thursday, I will be having my military show that everybody has been after me to have. So if you're into military stuff, I'll have that Thursday. Thank you, Ohio. And at the rate this is going next Sunday, I'm just gonna pile all this ephemera stuff into flat rate boxes and just sell entire flat rate boxes full of shit. That was from Belgium. I don't know. So there's a little pack of airmail stationery. It's got some staining on it. That's a band that holds them together. Unused envelopes. I wonder if they're stuck together. They stuck together. So you're gonna have to pry them apart. Well, I don't know. I don't know I don't know what we're doing. Um, Sort of that. I got. She started planting some stuff over here beside me the other day. Thank you, Batman. We got we got some plants started over there because we're under the impression that the winter will not last forever. I bet this is the longest we've had snow here on the ground in Pennsylvania in probably 15 years. Usually we get snow and it melts and stuff. Oh, Kristen's here. You want airmail stuff? Here's an airmail thing. It's it's okay. It's a little bit rough. Airmail tablet. It's falling apart. There's a butter walnut cookies recipe in there, but I think for the most part the pages are blank. Oh, look how rough that is. It's falling apart. And you get this airmail rating kit with airmail information on the back. And there's nothing in the kit, but there's a little pocket envelope there from World War II. So you get both of those. Yeah, Batman got them. Uh, I got. Did you see Ohio's little airmail labels she got last week in her nice little box? Thank you, Batman. At one point, I had a shitload of those airmail envelopes. All right, let's do some photos. I've got a few little. I got 3 of them here, Kristen. I'll save them here. If you buy something, I'll throw them in your stuff. So it's going to be. I'll show a little pile and then I'll run it. No grapes. Kids with Christmas trees. I have a little sorting bin that I used to sort photos in when I took the time to do it. And I had one that was for Christmas. These are just unsorted. Baby butt. There's another baby butt. Two affectionate ladies cuddling in the water. That's quite the device there. Some sort of backhoe ditch witch type thing. Looks like it's from the 20s or something. They still use that exact one. Oh, that's a cute picture. What kids outside a garden, or outside a barn in a garden. And I will have some military pics in my military sale. Gonna be a lot of ephemera stuff on Thursday. I'll have some pre-listed stuff, some not pre-listed. Look at his daffodils. Are those daffodils? They look like daffodils. Either they're giant or that kid is very tiny. Don't know what that is. All right, I'm going to run these. I'll keep putting them down while it runs. They're irises, so he's not as tiny as if they were daffodils. So it's running. Everything I showed and whatever I lay down until the time runs out. Thank you, deal. All right, I have some first day covers here. I'm gonna do these. There's not too awful many here, but I'm gonna do these. Nobody wants them. I'll throw them in one of the flat rate boxes to sell later. But these are big, like much bigger than the other flat or first day covers I have. Yeah, listen. So apparently these are foreign. That's from Zimbabwe, and I don't know where that's Budapest. These are big ones. See how big they are? Kenya, Pakistan. You collect Pakistani first day covers and don't have that one. What a lucky coincidence that you're here. So we get all those, and that is running. All right, we're gonna do the rest of these broom labels that I had. W.E. Hale Parlor Brooms and Brushes from New Hampshire. These are paper labels. Thanks for sharing, Bishy. So get how many ever that was. Whoops. And that's running on all those broom labels, brooms and brushes. Yeah, if you want, Bishy. Were you giving it? Are you going to give it to Sherry? Do you think she wants that calendar that I showed you the other day? Okay, I will. I'll remember. Are you going to mail it to her? Or do you want me to mail it to her or what? I saved that calendar out for her. I didn't message her. I'm not on a. I don't really message with her. No, is she? Childhood Bible stories, prayer and praise. I didn't see a date on this. No, I can just mail it to her, is she? That is running on the old prayer and praise Bible Sunday school. All right, I'm going to do a lot of foreign currency. Thanks for buying something, Kristen. I'll set those little airmail envelopes off to the side for you since you bought something. Fishy. Thanks, Fishy. Yes, fake money. What? I'm not even. Some of it was from Japan. That was from Mexico. That's a military payout certificate. Those are actually pretty collectible from people that don't collect money. But if you like crafting, you can cut the shit up and stick it in your junk journals or whatever. It's like Cambodia, St. Pierre, something or other. It's like an old German one. More German ones. I always harass this one old guy that I see at the one auction I go to. He buys silver and he's been buying it for as long as I've been going there. And he pays well over scrap value for it. I always harass him. But now silver's an all-time high. He probably thinks that he was making good investments. Right, get that whole pile. that is running. Thank you, Ohio. I can't wait till Elon sends out the $5,000 stimulus checks that he promised everybody, so they all can come to Whatnot and buy my crap. No, I'm not ranting, Dishy. I'm being hopeful. Dishy, they would not lie. Elon is honest. We're all going to get $5,000, and I'm going to put my $5,000 into Dogecoin. All right, there's a Eastern Airlines ticket book from 1948, and that is running. That's what I'm hoping everybody does, that, Mom. I'm hoping he waits until after the tax refunds come out. You always get that little bump here in a month or so for people getting their tax refunds. And I'm hoping they get that little bump, and then Elon releases the $5,000 and they just come flooding into Whatnot. Thank you, Ohio. I'm not sure what you guys want today. I had some more of those, but those are pretty nice little things. How about a pack of crap? This is recycled. Bishy, I knew you don't give a shit. That I recycle the stuff that Butterfly doesn't want. But it's funny when I get some of this stuff from you and other people that I sold in the first place. I should have just left that in there. It was in a nice little envelope. Can you get a pile of crap? 1896, 1895 bill heads from that were pasted in some sort of scrapbook or ledger or something. There's a Republican State Convention of New York, 1896. I bet that's a halfway decent piece on its own. It's pasted into something. 1877, something or other. Oh, there's one with horse tack on it. This is rough. Kristen, do you want me to accept that offer? At noon, I'm going to do 60% off like I did last week, but I'm only going to do it at afternoon. So if you happen to be here and you didn't hear me say that and you didn't read the show notes, I know people don't read the show notes and then they don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, all my prices are good deals. That's my thing. I love the poverty. That's from the Hiram Lodge. So a whole bunch of late Victorian paper for you to do whatever with. That is running. Thank you, Bat Mom. Bat Mom, I'm gonna take a second to look this up. And in case you don't do it, in case it's worth a fortune before you destroy it further, some of these are worth a lot of money. There is not one on Worth Point. Um, I don't think you resell, but that Republican State Convention card, uh, that's probably a pretty good piece. It's like the CPAC of the Victorian era. It is super rare. I've had similar ones before that weren't pasted in, and they sold for quite a bit. I didn't realize that was in there. All right, I'm gonna put this at no, I'll do this at the lightweight. Ah, 1956 Cosmo, not perfect, but pretty nice condition. Did that mom sing? That's true. That is running on the Cosmo 1956. Got a pack of photos. They were in here. Don't know what they are. Look like souvenir photos or something. I did not find my coin envelopes. I found two of them that didn't have anything written on them. That was enough for the two things that I listed on TikTok. I have no idea where they're at. It's like a chainsaw curved lumberjack, something. Calico Saloon. I don't know. Looks like Old West souvenir snapshots of some sort. All right, I'm going to run them. Should have looked at them beforehand. Throw this souvenir folder. All right, how about some cabinet cards? Welcome in. If you just joined, feel free to read the show notes so you know what's going on. Oh, that's a pretty neat picture there. She's got clouds behind her. It's like she's floating. Angelic. Oh, he's got clouds behind him too. He's less angelic. Those are from Lyons, New York. This guy is the opposite of cross-eyed. What do you call it when their eyes are not crossed but pointing outwards? Don't know, but that's what he is. They're all dead. All of them are dead. So you get how many ever that was. And that's running. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Good deal, Pam. There with Jordan's Social Security. Where'd my note go? I got one. I'm not gonna bring it in here. Margaret, you need to tune into some free speech TV and less Newsmax. All right, I think these are beer labels. I don't know. They're in an envelope. It's got like long neck bottle labels. I don't know that I would use the term fascinating, Margaret. Although I guess it fascinating is accurate. You couldn't. Oh, she can't. Should just hold the phone in one hand. There's an old Frothenschloss label. And some various Iron City ones. These look like they might all be Pittsburgh Brewing. I think they're all from Pittsburgh Brewing Company. Bunch of vintage old stock labels. And that is running. Thank you, Alfred. It wants a whole bunch of corn labels. Oh, here's a pack of crap. I don't know how many games I have in there. I stick them in there, and I don't know what else in there. Um, but remember, Kristen, I'm going to do 60% off. But you go ahead and make offers if you want before that. I'll accept them and whatever. All right. I'm going to go get my drink because I didn't bring my drink in here apparently, and I need to drink if I talk this much. Um, there's some corn labels. Just admire those. Check my. I know you reminded me, and I had it. I don't know where I gave it. Probably set it down here. Uh, check my buy now. Like I said, after the flat rate boxes that are pre-listed at noon, uh, I will do flash sales. I'll be back in just 30 seconds or something. I just gotta walk them in the room. Okay, who wants a pile of corn labels? There's a bunch of them there. These corn labels have probably been to half a dozen different sellers' houses, and now they're going to Alphen. Thank you. There's a birdie with a blue head sitting on the electric wire out there. I assume you have a whole bunch of them. I assume everyone has a bunch of them. It looks at how many he got of those to begin with. So this is the envelope says 1986, but it's got a pile of crap in it. Let's see what's in it. I pulled one thing out and it would look like it was from a doctor. Burton Langer. Got some correspondence there. I don't know, some bills or something. There's a different doctor. That's a dentist. Different. So they just shoved this full of stuff from different doctors from different time periods. Oh, look at all those appointment cards. It's pre-stained, Ohio. It's like doctor bills, some handwritten stuff. I don't know if there's any prescriptions in here or not, but there's some. There's a eyeglass lens, X-rays. No, Chip and Sissy. No, you don't have to wait for me to say it. Anybody can just promote their shows at any time, especially you guys. Promote away. Baby x-rays. Oh, look at all these. There's a whole bunch of them. That's what that was. Teeth x-rays. There's tons of them. Oh, there's more envelopes. I don't know. There's a prescription. One prescription, let's see, it looks like. Nope, that's a receipt. Probably more x-rays. Some news clippings, some handwritten stuff. Anyway, it's all doctor stuff, dentist stuff, and eye doctor stuff. Was in that one envelope, all stuffed in there. I'm getting a whole pile and all the x-rays as long as I can grab them all. Those are running. The whole pile of doctor stuff, x-rays, dentist, optician. Chip and Sissy next Saturday, live unboxing. Thank you, Ohio. Boxes of postcards. Are they good postcards? New old stock. $20 first class phone card. Oh, it expired in 1997. That's how they get you. Postal service scammers. Still sealed in the plastic. $2. It's running. People actually collect these things. Apparently not the 24 people that are in here. One left. Oh. Mm. What I like is when you run something like that, and then you say something like, "People collect these," or "You got to check the price of these," or something, and then somebody comes back and asks if I can rerun it because they went to eBay and checked and saw that they were selling for $15 a piece or $25 a piece or something. A lot of times I do, Margaret. The other night during my watch show, I had a Michael Kors watch that nobody wanted for $2, and then as soon as I ran it and didn't sell, somebody wanted it. Meat Cheek Manatee Gardens, 1910, 1918. I don't know. These are all old envelopes with some sort of correspondence in them. Letters, 1923. This one feels like it's empty. That one's empty. That one's got a Christmas card in it. Oh, that would take way too much effort. There's a menu with a letter written on it. There's an old card. More more handwritten letters. I don't know. I just pulled these out of my little plastic bin with the handwritten letter stuff. That looks like a family history there or something. And a letter. More letters. More letters. So, little stack of antique 1800s and early 1900s handwritten letters, a couple cards, and an empty envelope. And that's deal. I didn't see your promotion. Oh, right there. D's having a sale on Thursday at 8 a.m. Junk journal crafting pamphlets, fussy cuts, lace. Keep scrolling up. And unique oddities. Deal has no bookmarks on that. Oh well, we better go. We better go bookmark it. Dylan. Dylan now has bookmarks. Tuesday sale to be determined. Yeah, you guys can always promote your shows. I don't care. Thank you, Allison. Well, don't get discouraged by my show. Whatnot's a lot of fun, and shows are awesome. They're actually more. They're a lot more fun than I let on. All right, this is going to be a pile of first day covers. Look how many. There's a ton of them. We got the stamps on them. I think these are all foreign. Uh, Perfect condition. Big pile. Thanks for the bid, Margaret. Don't forget, there's a flat rate box full of 35 millimeter slides with a dollar start and the free list of stuff. Dozens here, dozens and dozens. Thank you, Miss Jeanette. I don't know what the date is on this. I couldn't find one. But this is a Pullman Lounge Car Fountain Service menu. From some train. Look, they were stuck it in a scrapbook and somebody ripped it out. Thank you, Margaret. Um, but it's in halfway decent condition. Neat old soda fountain lounge car menu from a train from the Pullman Company. And that is running. I don't know. I'm guessing 1920s. Wow. I'm bad at this. We want some blueprints for houses. I got a little stack of them here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to open them all. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Holy shit. That Pullman thing sold for $191 on eBay. I'll just say that. 1922 by the International Textbook Company. That Pullman thing that I just put up there that didn't sell for $2. That train menu. At one time, I don't know if it would sell for that if I listed it now, but didn't sell for $2 here. So these are probably what, 18, about 20 inches wide. And they're in pretty nice condition. I don't know if they're all for the same house. I'm not going to open them all up. That's all that I'm going to open up. Uh, but they're blueprints from the 1920s, 1922. But there's 9 of them. So those are running. You get all 9. I only opened up 3 of them. They all fold down. That's about 8.5 by 11 size, roughly. But they're about 20 inches wide across that way. I don't know if they're all for the same house or not. I wonder if these would, like, if you were going to build a house today, if like you could present that to the inspectors for the blueprints, it would save you like $10,000. Thank you, Bradley. Oh, that was blueprints of a house or houses. All right, I don't know when this is from. I'm going to run it, see if everybody wants it. It's not all there. It starts on page 5, goes to page 16. It's the People's Home Journal. I'm guessing it's 1800s. No, 1900 to 1901. But it's got all sorts of ads in it and old stuff. What did you want? Ohio? Okay. Here's a rarity. Ghost, you're gonna make the next recipient of a butt washing get a rough one. Gonna be mad. All right, this is the way I found it. Somebody wanted this saved. Put it in this thing. Love Nest and Betty Bar and Cowboy. Some sort of candy coupon, value 2.5 cents from the Euclid Candy Company. And that is running. You wipe with sandpaper and you use tremendous force. Good deal, Bradley. I think that's a pretty nice piece. I think. I hope for your sake it is. I tried to look it up briefly and it seemed to be pretty much non-existent. And to get a little sleeve with it. See, Bradley on there. All right, this isn't probably so rare, but this is an old Dutch cleanser advertising booklet. But the colors are really bright and vibrant. 1914. But these are scary looking things like that brush man, the pan lady, sink head. Look at the bosom on him. But interesting advertising piece, not in perfect condition, a little bit of splitting in the binding there. And that is running. Bishy, I broke my brand new glasses yesterday or the day before. Thank you, Margaret. How? I was literally sitting in Butterfly's chair eating supper and they just broke, like without me touching them. The guy looks like a penis head. Well, thank you, Margaret. Um, yeah, you don't have to be here for 'em for to win. Just put in your max bid, and if you have to go, you can go and still win it. I thought some sort of bug thwacked me in the face or something. I was watching TV and eating, and all of a sudden I felt something hit my glasses, and then I reached up and the lens was gone and they were broken. So this is one of these piloting hot air balloon books. And a few of these. This one's partly filled in. 1995, it looks like, was when they were filling it in. But a lot of blank pages in it. It's hardcover. Hot air balloon flight log book. And this I'm going to put with it student pilot guide. 1941 card in there. And this is for airplanes, not hot air balloons, but you're getting both of them. And that is running. And that bomb. All right, it's going to be a lot of railroad stuff. It's pre-priced, so you can put it in your booth with prices $16 on the Erie timetables. 1953. There's the Southern Pacific from 1967. A Burlington Northern from 1971. I'm not going to take these out. Various conditions. Somebody's got them all wrapped up in plastic or in sleeves. Another Southern, couple more Southern Pacific ones. And there's a Lackawanna one. Makes it more difficult for you, Ohio. You have to take it out of the plastic before you disembowel it. That's not railroad, but I'll throw it in. Uh, International Harvester order form. There's a Burlington Northern Safety Rules book from 1973. Will I show number 6 here? I'm doing that stuff at noon, Secret Grotto. Just just in order. And this one, hey butterfly, and this one is from 1947. So you get the whole pile of railroad stuff, time books and such. And that is run. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. That was $118 according to the price tags on them. If you resell, you just stick them in your booth. And if you cut them up for crafts, it doesn't matter. Okay, how about another lot of calling cards? No crafts, like no comma crafts or no crafts. You resell. Well, you come to the right place today. So you're gonna get how many ever I show you here. There's some pretty ones. There's not many out there, Margaret. You're basing it on what you're seeing people like me throwing up here for cash flow. They're very hard to find when you do this for a living and you're constantly buying stuff. I mean, it's not like these are things that I find every day. You just see them on here every day because people like me know that you can come on here and throw them up and somebody will give you a few bucks for them. I mean, if I was going to put these in a store, if I was going to list these online, these would be several bucks a piece. Some of these are really, really fancy ones. Um, Whatnot gives you a false sense of how common things are. Yes, destroy it. And it's something else you got to remember on Whatnot is there's a lot of people that sell on Whatnot that they've bought the stuff on Whatnot, and then they sell it to somebody else that buys it to sell on Whatnot. Like that one lot I sold earlier, I sold some of that stuff to somebody else who sold it to somebody else, and somehow I ended up with it back. Thank you, Bat Mom. Yes. I'm sorry, Ghost. I felt so bad. Ghost has Nice shows. If you like somebody that doesn't talk real loud and doesn't yell at you but plays nice music, check out Ghost. He does music shows occasionally. Ghost, I don't know what you do with that stuff when it doesn't sell, but I've been doing this for 2 years, over 2 years on Whatnot, and you could have that same sale, just relist the sale, and all of a sudden you'll have a whole bunch of different people coming in that didn't see it the first time. It's just a matter of how much you want to sit there and show the same stuff or have the same stuff available. I've had stuff out there on my shelves when I do those little shelf shows. That one time I had something on my shelf. It must have been there 2 months, and nobody requested it. And I put it up and finally ran it and sold it for like $25. And it's like I was doing $1 starts, and people could have had this for $1. I don't know what this is. Looks like a tool check or something, but I think it's brass. It says PF. I'm gonna run it. Stamped PF and some numbers. It's like an old tool check or something. Batmom wants a fight. Thank you, Bradley. I want a whole bag full of milk bottle caps this week. Several different types in there. These are the kind that go in glass milk bottles, some advertising ones, some that go over the top. Get the whole bag full. There's your running. Thank you, deal. Stand Up for America, George Wallace for president, 1968. That one's got a little bit of staining from the gummy, gummy stuff from the envelope, but there's some here that are pretty much in mint condition. Some sort of newspaper clipping and a petition, apparently to get Wallace on the ballot, that is unused. Whoops. Found it in there. Very nice condition. That is running. Welcome in. If you just joined me, I'm doing assorted ephemera. At noon, I will run the pre-listed stuff in the flat rate boxes that's in the store. All right, how about a pile of a whole bunch of miscellaneous little crap? All right, this isn't included. I'm using this to scoop it up with. All right, miscellaneous tiny stuff. 1945 Red Cross card, some sort of coupon, airlines thing, health club coupon, more airline stuff, souvenir coupons. Giant stamps, apparently. Breakfast cheer coffee coupon. CD booklet. Some sort of tickets. Mallow Cup points. Some football cards. There's Terry Bradshaw. Warwick Hotel tag. Some souvenir travel stickers. Minnesota Vikings ticket. Some sort of poster. Grand Circuit trotting races, 1947, Goshen, New York. Bookmark. Cross card. Some coupons. Liverpool hotel advertising. More hotel advertising. More hotel advertising. Pass to photograph the Warwick Castle. Empty envelope. Coupon. Some hotel in Jordan. NRA stickers. Oh, there's 3 of them. One for each side of your car so people know you're packing. For the book. All right. Whole pile. Not the thing under it, though. Everything I just showed. Batmom's after the Terry Bradshaw card. Thank you, Batmom. All right, you guys that resell, here you go. There's going to be a pile of these. A little bit of creasing. BV Lesser, insurance and bonds. Oh, Batmom, we all view you as a winner all the time. How many you get? It's like the bottom of the stack was like in pretty much perfect condition. The top ones have some creasing, but they're ink blotters. They're unused. From an insurance company in Warren, Pennsylvania. There's a different style. So there you go. You get all those ink blotters, 2 different styles. Probably about 25 of them. Unused. Thank you, deal. All right, I'm going to do this piece of paper, or that, those pieces of paper. I don't know, rough old something or others. Looks like it's dated 1820 on that one. I don't know. I can't read what it says. Some sort of receipts or something. Um, I'll throw this in with it. This comes out of one of those old scrapbooks. I know, Bishy. Nobody cares. It's okay. That one's, I don't know what it says, 1811 or something like that. Both of those sheets of stuff, and it's running. Thank you, Will and Dry. Thank you for coming to my auction. And apparently I lied earlier about the broom labels because I made up a pack of labels, and I think it has some broom labels in it. And that's what I'll do next. A lot of new old stock labels. That's fine, Bishy. So there's, I don't know, 6 or 8 old Abe cigar labels. There's a lemon extract from Nathan Wood and Son. There's some of these treasure chest coupons. Rudolph Valentino cigar label. A couple spinach canned veggie labels that are embossed. Some Wrigley's gum things. And here's the rest. These are definitely, I think, the rest of the broom labels. What you gonna do? What? Not if you do it here before too long. And there's 3 more of those ones like we had before. Hey, Faye, how are you? So we're gonna get all of those labels, and they are running. Thank you, Bradley. Do it. What? Another lot of cabinet cards. You pity bid. I think they're all pity bids. I survive on them. I appreciate them. Welcome in. If you just joined me and you wonder what's going on, check the show notes is the easiest thing. There's another one of that guy in the clouds. Some of those are really crisp photos. Fancy back on that one. Yes, show notes are long and boring, but you know what's worse? Actually sitting in somebody's show for several hours and having them say the same thing over and over and over again. At least to me. Can I read them out loud? I don't even know if I can get into them. Why are there? Oh, there are all sorts of typos. 10 a.m. Eastern till noon. Show and sell assorted antique ephemera and old stuff. Noon Eastern time. I'll run pre-listed flat rate boxes full of stuff. Feel free to pre-bid. After pre-listed boxes, I'll do more buy now store item clearance. Just request the item that you want me to run, and I'll run any buy now item at 60% off in a flash sale. See, if everybody read this, then sellers wouldn't have to repeat that same thing like 800 times. Bye, dear. She had enough of me. She came in for 30 seconds. There you go. How many ever that was? All those cabinet cards, one money. That was probably identified. A couple identified, some nice backs there. Thank you, Bradley. All right, we're going to know a lot of these stamps. They're meant to be informative. Look how many's here. You could craft with them. A lot of these are uncanceled. From the Netherlands, Haiti, and Liberia, it looks like. Devar Island. Don't know where that's from. But you get the whole pile. Let's run them. All those stamps, a lot of them are unused. Some of them are canceled. Probably hundreds of them. Thank you, Will and Rye. Texaco lubrication guide. I didn't see a date on it. It's not in perfect condition. Staples are rusty. The middle page is falling out. But it's a pretty early one. That's wrong. Lake Erie and Western Railroad. Chief clerk business card. That's running. All my little promote arrows are lighting up and pulsating. All this stuff that doesn't sell, um, well, most part all of it. Probably not that hundred and some dollar Pullman menu, and probably not that $30 Cosmo. But a lot of it's going in flat rate boxes. And here in a week or two, I'll have a flat rate box sale where it's just the stuff that didn't sell. And there's going to be hundreds of items in each one of those boxes. And I may do it on a Sunday or I may do it on a Thursday when I do my normal ephemera sales. But this Thursday, I'm going to do for my ephemera sale on Thursday. Um, and yes, Bishy, I will have one. It's supposed to be nice and warm. Uh, I'm doing military stuff. So here's some cabinet cards and some boarded photos. It's going to be a little lot of them. I think those two are identified. This one looks identified. Old Amish looking guy. This is unfortunate. This has all sorts of staining and it's overexposed, but it's a pretty neat little picture of a girl holding her hat. Uh, with interesting masking on the thing, but it's rough. She's super rough. She's pretty nice. It's quite the dress. And add the school photo. No idea where it's from. It's a pretty big one. So you're getting all those, and those are running. All the boarded photos and cabinet photos. And the Amish guy. Thank you, Chafee. All right, I'm probably going to do two more lots of these first day covers. I'm not going to show them, take forever. All the more they're selling for. All international, all real colorful, unused, real nice condition. You get that many. First day cover, stamped envelopes. It's running. Oh, it's got trains on it. Thank you, Will and Rag. All right, let's do a lot of receipts. I'll make it. All right, some of these aren't the fanciest things, but I'm going to give you a pile of them. I'll show them real quick. In 15 minutes, I'm going to do the pre-listed flat rate boxes of stuff. They all start at $1. They're jam-packed with stuff. Uh, Shipping's the $9, whatever, for flat rate, which is about a third of what you'd pay if you went to the post office to ship one. I'm going to run all of them. I'll start at $1, whether they have pre-bids or not. So that's one of those Union Cities out for Adam. Add it to the Adam box. There's a couple of those. There's the fruit ones. More of the fruit ones from Erie, Pennsylvania. Some Ontario Biscuit Company ones. So you wasted your time. You got them all in order. All the pre-bids. Sorry, they're supposed to be in alphabetical order, and I've got them stacked. So I wasn't going to sort through them anyway. They're heavy. There's some of them that are. There's CDs. There's sheet music. I forget what all there is. You can look. It's right down there in the shop in the pre-listed stuff. Briggs, Hag, Luke, and Luker, Erie, PA from the 50s. Wagner Manufacturing from 1915. Associated Gas and Electric. Arrow Supply from 1931. Eclipse Machine Division, 1945. Oh, here's a couple. There's a couple used ink blotters that were mixed in there. Something from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Express receipt from C.R. Rogers in 1930. 1947 from the Pendleton Woolen Mills. There's Frankfurt Steel and Forging from 1898. And the Jackson and Wooden Manufacturing from 1899. There was something about corn. I don't know. I'm going to run them. You get the whole pile. Receipts, bill heads, letterheads. Might be something about corn. Couple ink blotters. Thank you, Mr. Nut. All right, last lot of first day covers for today. I'm just gonna run them. The same deal. International ones, real nice. Dozens and dozens of them. It's running. Thank you, Allison. George Foster and Company, pianos and organs, Victorian trade card from St. Louis. 2 boxes running. Thank you for the bid, Will and Rye. I'm gonna run these. I have no idea whether these are worth anything. I've never looked these type of things up or dealt with them. But somebody put them in a soft top loader. These are old Pennsylvania lottery tickets from the early 70s. No idea about the value of them, but you get both of them. Apparently, they are not worth a buck a piece on here anyway. Okay, this is going to be. I only got 9 minutes until I do that stuff, so I'm going to put some lots together of the stuff that I've got sitting around here. Merry Christmas cookbook. Knott's Gelatin Cookbook. Advertising little thin things. 1940, Eat for Health. Look at this. This thing that was up here. Oh, there went the cat. Fatigue and the new way to avoid it. You've been looking at that the whole time. Any guesses as to how you avoid fatigue? No. It's a miracle cure. Don't have kids, sleep in. No, nope, you're all wrong. Butter, no. Here's a fruit dessert festival. Keep guessing. Bacon, a little cookbook. And there's another one of those post cereal 1927 advertising booklets. Drugs, drink lots of water. No, you guys. Man, I'm going to solve a lot of your problems. Brother, you can't even say it like that without it getting red texted. Okay, I'll tell you. The same way you reduce and stay reduced. Knox gelatin. That's right. You can lose weight and get rid of your fatigue with Knox gelatin. It's been around for 100 and some years, and nobody here knew that. This is from 1940, so this is 80 years old, and you guys have been missing out. Just make yourself some Knox blocks, and I don't know, I probably add a bunch of CBD oil to it, and it will get rid of your fatigue, especially if you add the CBD oil to it. But there's a whole bunch of advertising, cookbooks, and food booklets, all for one money. Those are running, I don't know, probably 1920s to 1950s, the age range of all those. No, butterfly, end your fatigue and lose weight. All you got to do is eat Knox gelatin. Thank you, Chiefy. I assume you eat it. I, I didn't read it close enough to know for sure how you apply the Knox gelatins for those benefits. Here's a Kaiser advertising mileage wheel. I'm being good, Bishy. That is that what it seems like, Bishy? This is running advertising from Erie, PA. It's got locations from Erie. You turn the wheel and it tells you how far they are. Sort of neat. Oh, it's definitely much nicer when it's warmer. Thank you, brother. I got 4 minutes. So this is going to be a quick lot. Going to be crafty crap and cards, and you have to look and see if you. I'm going to go through it quick. That's a card, words of inspiration, some sort of booklet. It was a Swedish almanac from 1940. I don't know what they say, crafty crap. There's a, I don't know what that says. 19, oh, right there, 1945 time book. There's some chippy cards, less chippy Easter card. Oh, that's a Victorian trade card there. Uses an ointment or salve. It's crafting material. Old embossed Victorian cards. And there's one of those ink blotters that's unused but kind of rough. There's a ZZ Top ticket from 1986 with a top loader, postcard, first day cover, some sort of envelope, some postage paid unused postcards, some sort of airmail thing, more first day covers. Don't know what this is. Oh, it's a map. A map of Algeria, apparently. It says the Hyde Park Hotel, 1950s bills or something. Camp Songs program. Frank Short, real estate loan and insurance agent. 1890s letterhead. Get all that whole pile, and it is running. And we're gonna do the pre-listed stuff here in just a minute or so. Thank you, Chafee. All right, so I'm gonna do the pre-listed stuff now. If anybody sticks around for after that, uh, after the pre-listed things, I will take requests from the buy now for 60% off. I'm trying to clear some of the stuff out that's been listed a while, so I can add some more. I will take requests in the chat after I do the pre-listed stuff. So if you're not interested in pre-listed stuff, but you want deals on the buy now things, take a look through the buy now. There's lots of photos, tintypes, Victorian trade cards. There's video games or toys, antiques, advertising stuff, bunch of stuff in there. But I'm going to go ahead and start running the pre-listed stuff. All this pre-listed stuff is in flat rate boxes. So if you're in the US, the shipping is going to be $9 and whatever it is, 21 cents or something. The James Dean stamps. I don't know, Bishy. I've never had any stamps that were worth very much at all that I know of. But I may have sold some that were worth a bunch and I didn't know about. So I'm going to grab the first box. I'm just going to go down the list in order whether they have bids or not. They all start at $1. Oh yeah, I pay out the ass for Worth Point. looking on eBay completed listings, even if you look at the completed and sold stuff, it's almost meaningless, because you don't know whether they actually paid for the thing. I don't know what big pan you're talking about. The green one's still up there if that's the one you're talking about. I mean, you're going to get Teflon and all sorts of microparticles all through your bloodstream just thinking about it. But antique books, I don't want you to use that at all. I would use a roaster or a crock pot if nothing else. I don't have really any antique books today. I'm doing the pre-listed stuff that's in the store right now. So the first item is going to be this lot of military patches. Entire flat rate box full. A lot of duplicates, but lots of quantity. What happened to the roaster? Didn't we bring it back? It's not under the shelf in the pantry. Quantity. Tons and tons and tons of them. And if nothing else, they all come in these nice little bags. Yeah, I've got antique books somewhere, but I can't just go and grab them. So it's a whole flat rate box full, and it's running 15 seconds, $1. Nice little baggies, if nothing else. Some of these are Velcro, some of them are old stock. Those are probably from Desert Storm era. Thank you, Outcome. And the next one is going to be the box of 35 millimeter slides. Whole box. A lot of them have the plastic holders on them. Whole box, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of them. Don't know what's on them. And that's running. It's an entire large flat rate box full of them. So full I can barely close it. Thank you, Green Beans Rock. That box is yours. Yes, and thank you for coming to my auction. The next is going to be a lot of Margaret. I do have one bag full sitting back here, a smaller Ziploc bag. If they're still around after I do all these pre-listed stuff. And then that's going to be about it for a while. That's pretty much all my slides. Probably have a few left, but all right. This is a lot of 45 RPM records in the company sleeves. I think these are in pretty nice condition. For what I looked at, they looked like they were in very good plus to near mint condition. That's Merle Haggard, Randy Travis, a lot of country, I think. Eddie Rabbit, Tom Jones, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Lee, George Jones, Eddie Raven. Looking like a lot of country. I just pulled them out of a box. And they were all together. Keith Whitley, Vince Gill, Gail Davies, Lyle Lovett, Ricky Van Shelton. But like I said, from what I looked at, they're gonna be in pretty nice condition, and they all come in company sleeves. Yes, Vince Gill. That is running. An entire large flat rate box full of 45s. Which I have to be creative about how I get them in there to make them fit because there's so many. Thank you, Chiefy. And the next box is going to be 45s that don't have the sleeves. Hey, pick. But they look like they're in decent condition. There's ZZ Top, Ringo Starr, Benny Bell. These don't look like all country. Paul Simon, they look like they're not in as nice condition because they weren't kept in sleeves, apparently. And I just threw them in this box all haphazardly like this. But they didn't look like they were beat to hell. They look like they're very playable, resellable, or whatever. Um, but it looks like a lot of stuff from the 70s. There was Al Green, Young Hold Unlimited. There's a Ronnie McDowell, Oak Ridge Boys. So it's just a mix. And that is running. Where's your cat? Junkie wants the cat. That's the cat, Junkie. Oh, nobody wants hundreds of 45 for $1. Oh, all right. And the next one is a lot of 60s and 70s Playboy magazines. These are not in perfect condition. They're reading copies, I guess. But I didn't look that close, Junkie. So there's one from 69. There's one from 66. That one's 77, 64, 64. Oh, that one's naughty. In 75, they started getting naughty, apparently, on the covers. 73, 71. Most of them are 70s, except those ones that were on top that were from the 60s, which the 60s are pretty hard to find. But you can craft with them or whatever. And that is running on the whole box. I think they're all 60s and 70s. And this whole box is Playboy. The other lot I have is not Playboy. There might be some Playboy in it, but they're other titles. There's ads and stuff in there. So you could cut out that sun, make a groovy junk journal. Thank you, Dover. I didn't look that close that long. In fact, I showed them, I looked closer showing them than I did putting them in the box. Okay, this next box is a mix. I think there's some Playboys at the bottom from like the 70s or 80s. Um, but the top ones are the good ones. And there's some decent things here. The Wonderful World of Nudism. There's sunbathing. I'm not going to open them because you're not supposed to show the nudity. A lot of these are older ones that don't really have nudity on the covers. That Adam is from 1967. Look at the condition of that. Very nice. And I'm guessing this is another 1960s Adam. Another one. In very nice condition on them. And this one's a 1966. And then there's some oddball stuff. High Society. Gotta check to make sure there's no nudity. Dude for demanding males. What about females that like chicks? That one's from 1978. Some Genesis. Gallery with the thing stuck on it. Nugget with the band still on it from the 70s. There's a club down in there. High Society from, I don't know when that's from. Affair. Some Nuggets. A Genesis with the band still on it. And then from there down, it's Playboys. And then on that side over there, there's that many Penthouse forums. So if you're into adult magazines. This is a pretty nice lot. I got some nice old stuff in there and some stuff that's like that nudism. That's a pretty nice one. What'd I get a government name for? But there it is. It's running right now. Whole large flat rate box full of them. Real nice condition on that. These atoms from the 60s are very nice. Goodbye Heart. Holy incredible deal on that. If you're a reseller, you can sell one of those and double your money on one of them. Thank you. You'll be okay. All right, the next one is a box of cookie cutters. There's a lot of plastic ones in here, but there are some tin and I think some aluminum ones, some older ones, some mid-century stuff. Probably hundreds of them. Some HRM ones. I don't know what that is, a sheep or something. Old donut cutter. Is that a cheerleader? Everybody needs cheerleader cookies. Some old food molds. Some Tupperware Hallmark ones. Just a mix. And that is running. Probably hundreds of cookie cutters. Tupperware. Thank you, deal. That one is yours. And the next one is a box of greeting cards. Smells delicious down here, dear. New old stock, hundreds of them, some doubles. Fiesta time with a llama. Easter cards. I'm not going to show them all, but there are tons of envelopes in there, unused. Whole flat rate, large flat rate box full of new old stock greeting cards. Thank you, JP. I'm going in order. I don't even know which one the craft is. I'm hurrying. All right. The next one of these CDs. You can click on the picture and see what's in them. You zoom. I didn't check them all. I checked some of them. Some of them are sealed. Never opened, never played. All the ones I checked were in fine condition and had the discs. There might be some that are missing a disc or have a scratch. It's the way it is. I had a banana box full of them, and I just made up 2 boxes of them. This one's 6i. These ones are all sealed down to about there. Some jazzy big band stuff, some classical stuff, some rock, some Christmas. The pictures have been up there since yesterday. I'm just going to run them. It's a whole flat rate box full. If you need to know what's in them, better than you can see right there. You can see what's in the next one by clicking on it in my store and blowing it up. Thank you, Bishy. Fat mom doesn't care what it is, or how unhappy you are with your purchase for me. All right, I'm just going to run this one. This is the next one. This one's got some alternative stuff in it, some country. There are some sealed ones in this one. 3 bids is up to $4. So these ones are sealed. That one is running. Large flat rate box full. Thank you, Bishy. I probably didn't see what you said. Oh, well, see, Bishy, that's a good reason why I haven't had a CD show. I have those cassette shows that are just tremendously successful. And people keep coming into them and asking me if I have CDs. And when I just sell 100 and some for $4, that's why I don't sit there and do one at a time for $1. Okay, the next flat rate box is maps. And this box has a lot of road maps, like the advertising fold out type. Like there's one of Puerto Rico that I guess you take in your bag when you cross the water, because what we all learned there a few years ago was that Puerto Rico is surrounded by water. But all sorts of different ages, advertising maps, some are just maps, but all down there are basically road maps. Wetness like you had never seen before, Pick. I think I annoyed Butterfly. I made myself a new notification sound. So at auctions, you know how eBay has that ka-ching sound when you sell something or get a bid? For some reason, mine didn't have that. It just made a sound or something like that. Real annoying. So I made a new one. When something sells, there's a clip of everybody's favorite president saying they're eating the dogs. And when I get a bid, there's a clip of everybody's favorite president saying they're eating the cats. I'm looking for I'm looking for clips so that I can have every notification I have be a different great saying from the great one, so everybody can share in it when I'm out and about. It was funny for about the first couple times. And then last night I had auctions ending and it kept saying, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats over and over again. And I'll probably have to change. I probably won't even be able to take it. The Gulf of America. Ah, I don't know. These are old ones here. These are pretty nice. These colored ones. Somebody took these out of a book. Let's see if we can find the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of. All right. Now this is back when it was still the Gulf of Mexico. So these are probably really valuable. The ones that have that on there because now they're obsolete. Yeah. See right there, Gulf of Mexico. Well, Bat Mom, if that's how you want to view it, Gulf of Mexico. Anyway, it's a whole box of maps, and these ones from books are actually pretty nice. So that is running on the whole lot of maps, road maps, travel maps, and then this pile on top that are old, probably, I don't know, turn of the century, maybe before, that somebody took out of books, taped together. Um, Yeah, and if you're upset about the whole Gulf of Mexico thing, just do a search on Google, and then when it comes for Gulf of Mexico, and when it comes up as Gulf of America, leave feedback and say it was incorrect information in the feedback. Or if you're happy about it being called the Gulf of America, leave positive feedback. I guess I don't care. So thank you for that. Whoops. Thank you, Pick Wizards. Oh, it, if I told you how I really felt about it, I'd get Bishy was saying I was ranting, and I would lose 49.9% of my audience. I'm just putting all my hopes into the $5,000 check we're all going to get here from all the savings from the Doge team. All right, this is a craft box, and yeah, it's really nonsensical. The problem is it's a distraction, and like Bannon said, it's flooding the zone with shit, and you can't keep up, and neither can anybody else that is in government because of all the shit. And then when they actually do something that does matter and affects people, it's too late. Like kicking 500,000 Haitians out that have temporary protected status. But more jobs for people in Springfield, I guess. So these magazines here, these Create magazines, um, I didn't see where they were dated. I looked these up, and in all honesty, I got these out of the recycle bin. Um, I get newspapers for packing out of a recycle shed. They have like a shed with newspaper in them. Uh, but I looked these up, and these are pretty scarce, and they're nice magazines. I'd never heard of it before. I'm not into this crafting stuff, but these are really nice magazines. They're like books, real thick. There's three of them, and then the rest of it is just piles and piles of stuff for crafting. Some of this stuff I won, and don't want. Some of it is stuff that Butterfly won and picked stuff out that she wanted and gave me the rest to deal with. There's stamps, there's playing cards, there's some ribbon. I don't know what that is, some sort of. Yes, these things are high quality. And if you look these up, there's not many on eBay, but there's people on Google that are asking like $30 a piece for some of these. Um, I know nothing about them. I just looked them up for a little bit yesterday, just out of curiosity. Um, like I said, they were in the newspaper stuff. There was a box of newspaper that I get for packaging, and it was in the middle of them. There's some bottle caps. There's some of those big cards. Clear stamps. I don't know how to use them. I don't know what they're used for. See, there's thank you for supporting my small business. It was probably came from Bishy, and Butterfly probably picked out what she wanted. Look how thick this is. A whole big pile of. There's a magazine down in there. There's some bingo cards that I probably sold or gave away, and somebody else got here. And these things here, graphic design magazines. I don't even know if I would know what they are. I will let you know if I. But these were with those Create magazines. They're like coloring things. I think most of them have been colored. I don't know if everybody has any use for them. They're on real thick paper. But anyway, that's the lot. There's like thousands of things in there. But then I think the nice things are those Create magazines. Whole box. It's a large flat rate box and it's jam packed full of everything I just showed. And I'm guessing they don't publish this anymore, but I mean, that's just 2 minutes worth of research. Thank you. Goodbye, Heart. And the next one is a whole bunch of advertising coasters. Flat rate box full. I actually found another lot of these of new old stock ones. Those are the ones that are on my shelf that nobody wanted for $5 that one week. But Budweiser, Bud Select, and Amber Bock, Michelob, those are still sealed in the plastic. There's hundreds of them. And then all these are loose. I don't know why I save these things. I don't know why anybody saves them, but every time I get one, I throw it in a box, and I'm tired of looking at the box. But there's just all sorts of different kinds of them. Drink advertising, beer advertising, bar advertising, whole bunch of different ones. And I will add to it. There's some more. I found another pack of unused ones. Um, I'll get them situated in there, kind of neat, and you'll have a jam-packed box full of them. And that is running. Probably thousands of them. And most of them are unused. And those are completely new. Thank you, Deal. The next one is the box of sheet music. And after I get through this, I'll take some requests for clearance stuff in the bin. I'll do flash sales for 60% off if there's anything anybody wants me to run. Now, this sheet music is in the condition that you would find sheet music in an estate. This is not mint condition because it's been used. People actually used to use this stuff. Um, so it also is bigger than the flat rate box. See that? So it's going to have a little bit of bend to it. But you're going to get this ginormous pile. And I most certainly cannot take the time to show this all. There's probably hundreds of sheet music books here. There's a few of them, like these top ones, that are a little bit bigger books. But for the most part, it's all this sheet music. This is just one song. That's what I figured that where it's going to go, Batmom. But it's old. It's probably stuff from the 30s back into the 1800s. There's a Fiddler on the Roof. There's a little bit thicker Christmas Carol one. But for the most part, it's sheet music. I'm going to run it. It's running. There's Freddie Fender. That's how much there is. Tons and tons of it. Thank you, Margaret. The next lot is going to be a lot of vintage, somewhat contemporary snapshots, a lot of not new, but more modern, and a lot of summer photographs. These are from estates and storage units and just all sorts of places. Um, it's a bunch of these black and white ones. Somebody took 35 millimeter pictures of a bunch of their family and stuff with black and white film. They're those types. It is pretty much full. Some school photos, some Olin's Mills type photos. Certainly not going to show them all. I haven't looked at them all. Um, when I find big piles of them, I stick them in boxes, and I just pulled out enough to fill a flat rate box. These probably range in age from mid-century to probably the 90s, maybe even some newer, maybe some that are older. But that is running on the whole box of them. Thank you, Secret Grotto. And we'll do the doll heads and bodies next. Okay, these are vintage. I think a lot of these are probably from the 70s. Maybe some from the 80s. I don't know. But there's 1984 fake Care Bear head vinyl. There's a monkey head with sleepy eyes. It comes with hands and feet. There's several of these just headless vinyl doll bodies that are jointed. I think that's a baboon with hands. Different monkey. And then more doll heads. There's just a little cupid doll crawling type thing. Pink bear head. Whole box full. Those are running. Thank you, Margaret. Have a good afternoon. Thank you, Deal. That box is yours. And while I put this away or over there, I'm going to run this box of 45s again for a box, see if anybody wants it. That is running. Whole box of 45s is sorted. You want the bag of slides? We'll do that bag of slides. I actually have two bags of slides here. A bag of cookie cutters. All right, I'll do these two bags of slides and that bag of cookie cutters, and then I'll start taking requests for the buy it now flash sales. Uh, so this is a gallon size bag, much less than the flat rate box, but you get that many, and that is running. And these are like the ones in the box that have the frames around them. The frames come off; they're just what they use to stick in the holders. Thank you, Margaret. And now the lot. These ones don't have the thing around it. It's about the same amount. Lots of different styles in there. Well, don't tell them that. They'll know where you're going to be out in the next one, then, Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, Margaret, don't do that. They'll bid you up to that price. I've seen people do that at live auctions. They'll say, "Oh, I was done there," and then they come out with the next thing, and it's like, "Well, you're gonna bid me up, I'll bid you up too," and then just link them up to that, right to that price. But thank you, Margaret. Thank you for coming. And if you guys aren't following Margaret, give her a follow and check out some of her shows. She does artsy stuff, craft and arts, and sometimes she sells stuff, postcards, watercolor. I don't know what dawning is. Oh, painting. It's a stupid text to talk on these phones. I was hoping it would adjust to my speaking, but it doesn't. So this is a bag of cookie cutters. There's some food molds here, some Jello molds. There's a Foley spoon rest or something. Uh, there's a green wood handled Santa, wood handled aluminum star, few with red wood handles. Just tin and aluminum cookie cutters. Those are running. Get the whole bag. Thank you, Beal. Okay, I'm going to run a buyer giveaway and take a real short break. And then I'm going to come back and I'll take requests for 60% off of items in my buy now. There's 3,000 items in there. Uh, a lot of it's priced cheap to begin with. The stuff that's higher priced is below eBay prices to begin with. I want to clear some of it out. You can only have 5,000 items in there, and I've got over 5,000 when you include the music, which the music is not included in there. Um, but I'm going to do a buyer giveaway and take a quick break, and then I'll come back. And after the giveaway, we will, you just put in the chat what you want me to run, and I will just run them as flash sales. And if nobody wants to do that, I can show more paper, or I can show paper. Um, okay, brother, I'll do that one first. But I can't. Yeah, I'll try to remember because I'm going to do a giveaway and I can't pin something while a giveaway is running. Um, but this will be for a $10 gift code to my website, beforetimes.shop. If you guys have won stuff in the past month, one of these coupons, and you want to use it today, everything on my site is 30% off for today. And if you won stuff before this week, it's going to expire at the end of this month. I only keep them on there for a month. So if you want to use your coupons that you've won, today would be a good day to do it. Give me a minute or two and I will be back. And I will take requests at that time for 60% off for my bid. Did you get in, Deal? I was up talking to Butterfly and saw that you couldn't get in on her phone. If they told you to go out and come back in, that usually works. Kristen won. Here, I'll run another one real quick. Get in, and I'm not going to let it run for the whole 5 minutes. I'm going to let it run while I eat this rest of this cookie. I I see that, Kristen. I scrolled back up on my phone. Okay, I'm going to pull it. Get in if you want in. Oh, I accidentally swipe out of a show all the time. It happens a lot when I'm trying, like the other night during Bishy's game night show, which she's having another one this Wednesday. You click on the Suburban Bish, bookmark her show for Wednesday. Game night, trivia night. I think it's just for fun, basically. They're entertaining. Uh, I swipe to the side to get the comments out of there, get the chat out, and I end up out of the auctions into somebody else's. Bishy, did you write all those down? Oh, Bishy. Well, thank you. Okay, we're gonna go in Bishy order then. So we're gonna go with the 1912 removing the hump picture postcard. 15 seconds is all I'm doing them for. It's running. We'll go with WN2 YC. And if you haven't made a request yet, but you want to, hold off for a minute or two here while I catch up. Here comes the Silvertone Cabochon pin, and that is running. And I'm just going to say thank you to whoever buys these because it's too hard for me to keep track because it just flashes up for a split second and then it doesn't stay there. So if you buy something and request something, thank you. Here's the Warlords game. For JF, Mermaud, Jacquard and Company Watch Repair Trade Card. Oh, and I should say, if you've never done this before, don't put your coupons in. This is, I'm doing 60% off, but you can't use your coupons with it. Oh, I jumped ahead of what Bishy. I thought that was, sorry, Bishy. I thought that was you posted that. We'll get back to this beautiful granddaughter. Bishy's going to be flipping a table. Ghostbusters. There it is. The Nintendo Wii Reload. There's that one. And the Sega Genesis Wimbledon, 60% off. Running. Fur Park. Fur isn't coming up with anything. The Kill Switch. Fury. Bishy's awesome. Fury. Fury, you mean? Furi doesn't come up with anything. We'll go with, I'm not getting that one. We're holding things up here, Kristen. Triggerman. Triggerman's not coming up with anything either. Which is okay, there it is. It's not always your spelling, it's the search is screwed up sometimes. So there's Triggerman. Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Something Lord of the Rings is running right now. Brave Warrior. Wii game. is running. Jungle Hunt is running. Harry Potter is running. Men in Black is running. Rascal is running. Here's the Gold Town Aurora Borealis brooch. That's running. Oops. And the miniature license plate for Maine is running. The hand forged horse bit is running. And another bicycle license plate from New Hampshire is running right now. And the other watch trade card is running. A bootmaker trade card is running. And the grocer trade card is running. Oh, Furu. Okay, there we go. I found it now. So, however you pronounce that, Kristen, is running. And the O Susanna Alabama plate is running. The other horse bit is running. Thanks, Bishy. Oh, okay. Welcome in. I'm taking requests from my buy it now for 60% off doing a clearance. They're like beautiful granddaughter did. Put in the title or the code from the title, and I will run the stuff for 60% off. Here's the Dutch Boy postcard. And if you make offers on the PC, you can usually make them more than the 20 or 30% off that they let you do it on the phone. If you didn't know that, and if they didn't change it. Five. I'm gonna say you won the Solomon Seal Christmas card. I don't have a JJL, but I have a JL. Broder wants a Pussy Willow. Thank Broder. It's running. You could say the F word all day long in the chat and it won't mute it, but you say Pussy Willow and that's a no no. Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure which one you want, so I'll run them whatever I have on there. There's Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. And this is PlayStation 2, Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. 60% off. That's right. Chip and Sissy, you guys can come in here and promote your show anytime you want. Do it again right now if you want. I don't mind. I people can you can promote your show all the yeah. Always feel like you can promote your shows. Just do it anytime you feel like it. It'll give me something to talk about. And Bishy, the Suburban Bish, next Wednesday, she's having another trivia show. Oh, 6-S. Change Bank. That Change Bank book is running. Oh, some of these, the search doesn't work right, and I have to scroll down through a whole bunch of them. What is 60F? You know, who asked for that? I don't know, or I don't know, Butterfly. I don't have a very good memory. I was surprised I actually got a couple in that um, Disney show. If you requested 11OF, um, you're gonna have to tell me what it is because when I do a search for 11OF, I'm getting like 100 results. Sometimes it works, sometimes the search doesn't. The 1911 or 1910 kids in the sled postcard is running. $25E. And the race car is running. And the Richard Petty belt buckle. And there's the Richard Petty belt buckle. $21M. Bradley, do you want some more of those? Or are there more in there? I probably got some other ones back on my shelf here. Looking for more of those. Okay. Welcome in. I'm taking requests from my bin for 60% off, doing a little bit of clearance. What should we do, Bishy? Should I do some more paper? Chip and Sissy want a tin type. Yeah, it's one of those ones. There's some of them you put them in, and all of a sudden it's like hundreds of results come up. And I don't know. Oh, what not B2 or WNB2. Okay, got it. So here's the tin type chipping system. And here's the girl with the puppy. Thank you, brother. All right, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna set the weight to the pound rate, and show some photo albums. And these aren't antique. But I'm going to run them for the $2 and see if anybody wants them. I'll flip through them. And if you have any other requests for 60% off, put them in the chat and I'll try to catch them and do the 60% off. But I'm going to do some of these, see if I can clear some of these out. Um, this is apparently that's who it belonged to. David Porter. I don't know. That's what it says up there. And when I see one come across, I will stop and run it for the flash sale. And then we'll go back to the album. And when I get through the album, then I'll run the album. So here's the Kirk Soap Dog Smoking Pipe trade card. $1976, a certificate for employment handicap. There's an Army Aberdeen Proving Ground visitor pass of some sort. Some sort of schedule. Some Polaroids. My room. It's got a poster of Elvis. What'd you miss? You missed the card. Oh, somebody else must have not missed it then. That was tricky. Sorry. Yeah, well, when you do those flash sales, anybody can buy them. I wish there was a way you could just put everything at a sales price, but I haven't seen that they've come up with how to do that yet. Some pictures of vans. There's Smokey Bear in the back of a truck. Pictures of a military base. A lot of these are Polaroids. There's pictures of the interior of his carpeted interior van. But so that's what it is. I mean, it's I don't know, 100 pictures or so. Some race cars, some military stuff. Gonna run it for $2. And it's running. On that photo album, if nobody wants it, I'll put it in the flat rate box. So Deal takes it. Or so it'll take it. Thank you, Deal. And I've got its twin brother here. So it says David Porter. He moved all over the place. Dave and Denise Porter, Brookville, Siegel, Fort Sheridan, Illinois, Rexford, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. But they had a punch bug, and they liked vans. And they like taking Polaroid pictures of their vans. And they weren't very good photographers with their Polaroid camera. Naval bases. And there's some postcards. I think that's one of those souvenir decals. There's a couple military patches. Is that a Farrah Fawcett autograph? Bonnie and Clyde car. There's a love letter from 1978. 8 by 10 of Elvis. More military and race car stuff. And a love letter taped into the back of it. So you can get that whole album. And it's running $2. Photos, some military patches, Farrah Fawcett, side of Corvette, postcards. Nobody wants that one. Go with the flat rate boxes. Is that what it said in the note? Was it in shop class? Scotty Dog Pin. Welcome in. I'm showing some albums and doing 60% off flash sales for my bin. If you see something you want in the bin for 60% off, uh, just let me know. I'm not sure which Scotty Dog Pin you want, so I'll just run them all. And one of them's running. And here's another Scotty Dog Pin. And a Jester Victorian trade card. I don't think I have any Pyrex today. I have a Pyrex graduated cylinder that I can easily grab if that's something you're interested in. I don't know. I have any, not much into Pyrex. Um, Dog pin. Here's a honey club pin with a dog on it. I'll run that one while I'm looking for other ones. That's from Angelica, New York. Here's an Avon gold tone puppy dog with green rhinestone eyes. A brooch. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming. Here's a little orphan Annie and her dog brooch. And here's a dachshund pin. The dachshund pin is running. I think that's pretty much all the dog pins I got listed on there. Don't know. Looks like these are from out west somewhere. Out west, I'm in Pennsylvania, so anything on the other side of the Mississippi is out west. Lady on a stoop dog photo. We can get that. And there's that photo running for a flash sale. Thank you in the Violet World. Welcome to California, the sign says. So maybe it's from California. Oh, Bishy. Sorry. There's a clown. It was a cute clown. There are no cute clowns. Every time I haven't looked at these. Every time I turn a page, I'm hoping for something awesome. Cave art. Yes, yes, you do. Just keep thinking. We'll find a cow. And we can tag Keith. Keith probably has the tags from my shows blocked on Sunday so he can shop in peace. No, don't tag him. I won't even fair. I can't even tag and say ignore Bishy. Oh, there's a little kid with a snow cone and bad face painting. Hey, Yorp, are you, are you are you are you finished with your vacation, Yorp? That was already over. Was it fun? Did you manage not to get sick? Oh, remember when trucks used to be like that big? Now the wheels on them are like up over the bigger than the size of the whole freaking truck. Well, you must have had fun if you got to listen to music and you didn't get sick, but you destroyed your liver. Flowers. Some dude in a tie that's too short talking with his hands. Well, there was volume. I don't know, but or Bishy. I don't know what she's planning. Probably everything. She had, I think she had over 1,000 pots last year. So I'm gonna run that photo album I just showed. They're all like 35 millimeter pictures. Comes in the photo book. I don't know what we're doing about that yet. That is running. Um, because the rolling carts are at her place. I don't know if she's planning on bringing them all here. She's been buying some raised boxes and stuff. So nobody wants all those. Oh, she said she was moving back home. I missed that. What was it that I said or did that? Yeah, pretty much anything you can think of as far as vegetable goes, she plants. Although she probably won't be doing eggplants. Oh, my dumb alerts. There's a picture of somebody's crotch. Oh, there's somebody's butt. Oh, he's in his undies. Oh, what's this one? You'd like eggplant. What am I whining? Kitty's crawling on a car. Oh dear God, butterfly. I missed the sight of grass. I haven't seen grass in even brown grass in like 2 months. There's a little garden. Welcome in. If you just joined me, I'm showing a photo album. I'm also taking requests for clearance sales in my bin. If you see something you want for 60% off, put it in the chat and I can run it. Yeah, butterfly wants astroturf. Keep thinking there's going to be something good in the ones that are turned backwards. Nope, that's just pictures of boards and a blurry dog, a blurry tree. I don't know what that is. Well, if you've seen something you like in this, you're probably not going to have too much competition. Kids in gas masks, kids in the bathtub, dead deer. Oh, remember those? The stuffed animal hammocks. That's too small of a pen for at least 3 geese. There's a belly button bishy. So much money pick. I mean, most of these have turned out okay. Um, they're just not real exciting. But half the time, the ones you take with like those 110 cameras, they would just be horrible. There's a dog and a bunny, and what looks like a murder scene on the rug. There's several kitties around. Yeah, no idea who they are, or where they come from. He's using a carrot as a knife. I am. Oh, there's clowns. Oh. I think there's just like pictures of cats crawling in the vehicles. There's a some sort of sign on the side of the truck. It's from Corey, Pennsylvania, pick. You probably could tell that from the. It's what it says. It says Roger Weeks excavating or something, Corey, PA, on that truck. I'm not having fun. I'm just killing time at this point. Got too close to the camera. This is a long album. Oh, they must live in a trailer. I was thinking that little thing was at the garage. I see. Like that looks awfully small for as big as the pictures look that are from the inside. Some jets. Nice little garden. And there, the dump truck's pulled in there. I don't know. Batman. Thanks for the follow, old lilac farm. And that's it. So it just ends. All right, I'm gonna run it. And if there's no other requests, I'm gonna do a couple buyer giveaways and call it a day. So there's a giveaway. We can rate out to whoever you want, Fishy. I don't have any idea who's on. And if you pick, then I don't have to even search. So get me giveaway. I'm gonna do a couple of these. They're for $10 gift codes to my website beforetimes.shop. If you use them today, you can get 30% off plus the $10. Of course, I'd have to send them to you immediately, which I probably won't. It'll probably be a little bit. But if you've won one in the past month and you don't want it to expire, you got to use it before the end of the month. Um, Rumbus Room Collectibles. That sounds good to me, Bishy. And you guys that are here, give the Suburban Bish a follow and bookmark her show for Wednesday. She's doing movie trivia. I appreciate you guys' purchases. I'm gonna try to get this stuff out, a lot of it this afternoon, to go out in the mail tomorrow morning. I will be back, if not before, I will be back Thursday with military stuff, Thursday evening. It's going to be a lot of military ephemera, some other military stuff. Some of it will be pre-listed. Some of it will just be show and sell. But that's Thursday, and it's already scheduled. You can bookmark that if you're into military stuff. And then Friday, I'll be doing some rock 8 tracks. I know everybody's going to be bookmarking that. Um, you've never been to a military one. Bradley, congratulations. Here, I'm going to do another one. And I'll send these codes out either this afternoon or sometimes I forget and send them out the next day when I ship. Um, the military ones, sometimes they're okay and sometimes they're excruciating, Bishy. I never know what category to run them in because I don't know. I've run them in different categories and Bradley wins again. One more, and then we're gonna raid out. Get in that last give if you want in. Oh, rumpus. I thought you said rumbus. Purple turtle. Thank you guys. And also Dawn, Cat's Dance Mom, she's having a show. Oh, when is it? Wednesday? She here still? Yeah, there. Cat's dance mom. She's having one Wednesday, I believe. All right, we're gonna go see what Rumpus Room Collectibles is doing. Thank you, Bishy. Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon.